Hey everybody, this is the background to my first meditation video. It's going to be my first conversation, and I call this meditation The River. Now, I feel like I want this to be my cornerstone meditation, because this is what I build my temple upon. But before I really get into that, I'd like to share a funny story of how this all really came to be for me. A long time ago, I don't even exactly remember when anymore, but all of a sudden one day, in my inner visions and my inner meditations, I got this feeling of this trickling stream running from the crown of my head, through my spine, down into my body. And I remember thinking, ooh, this feels good. This feels nice. I like this feeling. And from time to time in my meditations, it would come back just naturally. When I would start to relax and go into myself, I would feel this stream. And the more I felt it, the more I worked with it, with my breath. I went from a little stream to a river, and this river would just start sweeping everything. And the more I breathed, the more I focused, the stronger that I made it in degree. The river started to just flow into something even bigger and greater, until I found myself lost in an ocean, and just sinking through it and feeling all the currents, feeling everything, as my fears came up, as my wishes came up. I was able to see a lot. And it wasn't until just a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when I spent a weekend at my spiritual master's house, I remember sitting there and just asking God or Source to show me, how can I really separate my ego from my soul? How can I really figure things out? And instantly, I just felt the river again as I was sitting in her stool. And the answer just hit me that when I'm in this river, when I feel the flow, when I'm in my ocean, that is when I'm being authentic. That is when I'm feeling my soul. And if I should ever find myself trying to combat the river, trying to combat the flow, or just not even inside of it at all, that is when I'm being ego-driven. And so, I thought it was so funny. It made me laugh on the spot and giggle. Because even before I had asked, even before everything happened to me, I already had the answer. In my life, I was already given the answer. And I think that is a wonderful wisdom that I would like to share with all of you. That oftentimes, even before you ask for help, the help has already been given. Either in the form of an old movie that you haven't seen in a while, or in a book that you haven't picked up, or in a life experience from your past. The answers have been given to you. So, I would really ask a lot of you to play with that, have fun with that wisdom. How do you see it in your own life, and how does it come up for you? And back to my meditation. It's going to be in my next video. And if you're just starting out, meditating, if you're just starting to get to know the self, I would recommend this meditation at night before you go to bed. It really helps you ease into sleep. It helps you ease into yourself. And as you develop a sensibility to your mind, to your soul, to your body, as you start to feel things in a different way, you can go on and maybe start doing this meditation in your mornings now as well as the night. And as you really start to get into it, as you really start to feel it, you'll be able to call upon the inner vibration of your river, of yourself, throughout your day, whenever you really want, as long as you give yourself a couple seconds to just sit and flow into it. You'll be able to do it anytime, at work, when you're in a car, when you're just in the middle of just being angry. And I would really like to add this part. If you have children, or if you know anybody that has children, please show them my video, my meditation video, because I see that children do this naturally all the time. They're always kind of in their flow and trying to get a sense of themselves. But the world and adults and parents tend to knock them out of that flow, and they start getting lost. They don't really start knowing what to do. So I hope that this meditation will help children all over the world, as well as help the child inside all of us. So I truly, truly love you all, and I thank you all.